down to the throat of Carl Clark by Black Bart. Here comes Carl. And a clothesline by Black Bart as he Carl Clark bouncing off that rope. Black Bart knocking Carl Clark down. Black Bart reaches down, grabs Carl Clark. Takes him over into the corner, slams his head into the turnbuckle. Rick Hazard says bring him out of the corner. He does. He brings him out, takes him across the ring, and throws him in between the ropes and out onto the floor. There's a good look at Black Bart as the referee, Rick Hazard, telling Black Bart, if you'll stay back, I'll get the man into the ring. Black Bart's going to help him in. He has Carl Clark on the apron. Here's a forearm across the chest of Carl Clark as he has Clark standing on that apron. Black Bart has him up again. Another forearm, and Clark is knocked down to the floor. Well, referee Rick Hazard telling Black Bart again to stay back. Here comes Black Bart out between the ropes. He goes after Carl Clark. He throws that big chop across the chest of Carl Clark and knocks him down, and Black Bart goes back into the ring. Black Bart standing next to the ropes as Carl Clark hit him with a couple shoulders, but Black Bart didn't budge an inch, and it's Black Bart turning things back around on Carl Clark. Now Black Bart pulls him between the ropes. Black Bart reaches down as Carl Clark up and slams him. Bart going back over into the corner. Black Bart is up on the middle ropes. Here he comes, lying through the air, the leg across the chest. That's 300 pounds of Black Bart across the chest of Carl Clark. It's a 1, 2, 3, and Black Bart wins it, and here comes the double B brand as he goes over and puts it across the chest of Carl Clark. That tells you who wins as Black Bart chases the referee out of the ring. Black Bart wins it. Stay tuned because we're waiting for Lance and Mike Von Erich to come up, and as soon as they arrive, we'll be talking to Lance and Mike about things to come here in the next few weeks. Lance and Mike Von Erich here with me now. You got to look at them last week in the ring here at Gillies, and they're just taking it easy tonight. I know what they're here for is they're doing a little scouting, I'm sure, because the day is going to come when you're going to have to put your six-man tag team titles on the line. Of course, the other member is, of course, Kevin. He's not here with us tonight, and Lance, you're going to have to defend those titles against some of these guys we've seen in the ring.
That's right, and we're out here watching them. That's exactly why we're here tonight. Mike and I made the drive up here, and by the way, we were here last week, of course, and had a great time. It's a great place to be. And we're watching these guys and checking them out, and we know what we're up against. We're going to give it 110%. We're Von Erichs.
Well, Mike, the man that I keep hearing shooting off his mouth is Percy Pringle and his dynasty. He'd like a shot at those six-man tag team titles.
Yeah, that Percy Pringle, he's really kind of a funny dude. I don't know about you people if you've seen him or not, but what you have seen of him, I've heard of that Master G calling him Uncle Percy. Now, I don't know how much of that is true, but it's kind of a slurry as long as I'm concerned, you know.
They don't look too much alike, do they?
Yeah, they don't look alike, that's for sure. But we are looking forward to going against, if it comes down to Matt and what is it, the Crazy Guys? Yeah, right, those two guys and Master G, all of Percy Pringle's men. I think we'll be able to handle them because I know they're goofy in the head and everything, but I think that we're gonna really come out ahead because we do have our heads together. They don't. It seems like anything we could do, we could throw them off. Anything to throw us off, but we're looking forward for that match anyway.
And we have the belts and they don't. We just
and I know you want to keep them too, but you got to watch that Crazy Mad Dog they call him, and he's got that name because he just does anything he pleases in the ring.
Yeah, they say that every dog has its day, and I think he had his about 10 years ago.
Yeah, and he's still tough. tough, and you can't take nothing away from him. Percy Pringle gives him that little extra because there's no telling what he'll do outside that ring to win a match.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Percy Pringle will do almost anything, I think, to win a match. And I think as long as we stay together, as long as me and Lance and Kevin will stay together during our six-man, we'll take care of them real good, real clean, too.
I hope he does stick his nose where it doesn't belong. We'll pull him right in that ring and beat him with the others.
Well, I hope we get to see it right here because that would be good. Thank you very much, gentlemen, coming by. Mike Von Erich and Lance Von Erich.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to have them here today. Stay tuned because when we go back to the ring, it's Bruiser Brody against Grappler #1. That's coming up right after this.
Your referee for this match is Bronco Lubitsch. It has a 15-minute time limit. Introducing in the red corner from Minnesota, weighing 240 pounds, Grappler #1. His opponent tonight from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing 293 pounds, Bruiser Brody.
Bruiser Brody against the Grappler. Well, what can you say? I'm going to watch the Grappler, see if he uses a loaded boot. Bruiser Brody is about as tough as they come. He can take anything. This ought to be a great match. Bronco Lubitsch, the referee, as he watches the Grappler come up with a side headlock on Bruiser Brody. Still to come today, the World Tag Team Champions Matt Borne and Buzz Sawyer, managed by Percy Pringle, against the U.S. Express. Plus, the Dingo Warrior will be here. Zulu Gaddafi, Scott Casey, Steve Simpson, and more. That's all yet to come. Oh, Brody misses that one as the Grappler held onto the rope. Bruiser Brody, World Traveler. Armbar. Brody holding on. Brody takes the leg, sweeps it out from underneath the Grappler. Grappler down, but as you can see, Brody holding on to that arm. The Grappler up on one knee. Now the Grappler all the way up. Brody up with him. They back into the corner. It's the Grappler in front. The referee, Bronco Lubitsch, says break. And the Grappler on the break throws a forearm across the chest. Another one across the chest of Brody. He takes him, whips him across the ring into the turnbuckle. Brody moves, and the shoulder of the Grappler into the steel post. Brody reaches in, has the Grappler up for a slam. Brody covers him up in front with a face lock. Bruiser Brody. Tough-looking character. He holds on to that front face lock of the Grappler. This is Grappler #1. Last week we saw Grappler #2. It's Brody backed into the corner. The Grappler in front again. The fist in the midsection. Brody comes out, rakes the fingers around the area of the eyes. Big chop from Bruiser Brody. He grabs the Grappler by the arm, whips him into the turnbuckle, crossed away. Here comes Brody in, and the Grappler kicks him as he caught him coming in with that boot. Forearms by the Grappler. Brody whipped into the ropes. A knee. Oh, no. Brody got that big boot up there. Brody with a big boot, knocking the Grappler down. That Grappler outside the ring, shaking it off. Brody in the ring, pacing back and forth. There's the Grappler. He felt that big kick. Grappler slowly makes his way up onto the apron and back in the ring. Brody wants to lock fingers with the Grappler. Now let's see if the Grappler does it. Brody has that big right hand high in the air. He's inviting the Grappler to come over and power it out with him, but no. Brody grabs the Grappler, throws him out. Brody takes the Grappler out into the crowd. Brody grabs a chair, hits the Grappler with it. The Grappler comes up kicking in forearms. The Grappler has a chair. Here they come, back towards the ring. Brody reaches in, he slams the Grappler on the floor. Bruiser Brody takes the grappler, throws him underneath the bottom rope, back into the ring. Here comes big Bruiser Brody in after him. Brody puts that boot to the side of the head. The grappler comes up swinging. Brody on the ropes. The grappler slams the head of Bruiser Brody into the turnbuckle. He does it again. Next week, you'll be seeing more of the great world-class stars and the great wrestling Von Erich family. They'll be here next week, so don't miss it. Grappler holding on in behind as he holds on to that big head of Bruiser Brody. Brody twisting. Here he comes up. The grappler still holding on to Grappler with a fist. Brody with a fist. They exchange blows in the center of the ring. Branko Lubitsch trying to tell him to open those fists up. Neither one of the wrestlers are paying much attention to the referee. There's a knee from the grappler. Takes Brody, lays him across that top rope. Forearm to the back by the grappler's head. Brody laid across that rope. Brody whips the grappler across the ring. Brody's in front. They collide. Neither man goes down. Over the top went Brody. A big chop. Down goes the grappler. Bruiser Brody was over the top of the grappler. Had that big chop. Now he's got him up for a slam. Here comes Brody over to the corner. Brody comes flying out of that corner. Drops that leg across the chest. Here's the count by Branko Lubitsch, and it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Bruiser Brody has his hand raised as he defeats the grappler. Stay tuned because it's tag team action. Scott Casey and Steve Simpson together right after this.
This tag team match has a 15-minute time limit. Your referee is Nick Kozak. Introducing the team in the red corner. From International Falls, Minnesota, weighing 285 pounds, Spike Johnson. His partner from Iowa, weighing 311 pounds, Tug Bo Taylor. Their opponents tonight in the blue corner. From Africa, weighing 225 pounds, Steve Simpson. And his partner from Bulverde, Texas, weighing 242 pounds, making his return to Gillies Arena, Scott Casey!
Tag team action. Scott Casey and Steve Simpson teaming up against Spike Johnson and Tug Taylor. We hope you enjoy the action around the world with these great world-class wrestling stars. Now let's see who's going to start. Referee is Nick Kozak, and he's trying to get one man from each team. It's going to be Scott Casey against Tug Taylor. They'll start it out.
Well, shut up, you old goat.
There's the bell. Scott Casey. Pushed off by Tug Taylor. Casey. Pushed off again by Tug Taylor. They lock up another time. And it's Tug Taylor trying to reach in to grab Scott Casey. Scott Casey went in behind. Scott Casey got Tug Taylor up for a slam. Scott Casey slamming 311-pound Tug Taylor. There's a side headlock by Tug Taylor. They're over on the ropes. The referee asks for breaks. And on the break, it's Tug Taylor dragging the face of Scott Casey down that rope. Casey tags out as he pulled Tug Taylor over towards his corner, and he tagged out Steve Simpson. Simpson dives across that leg of Tug Taylor. Steve Simpson from Africa. Simpson pulling Tug Taylor out as Tug Taylor had a hold of those ropes trying to get a break, and Simpson just pulled him out to the middle of the ring. Steve Simpson with a step inside toe. Comes off of that. Pulls Tug Taylor over towards his corner and tags out to Scott Casey. Casey in kicking. The Cowboy, Scott Casey. Taylor rakes the fingers at the eyes of Scott Casey, and Casey has to come off the hold, and it's Taylor with a forearm. Still to come today, the World Tag Team Champions, Buzz Sawyer and Matt Borne. They'll be coming up later, so don't go away. Casey with a nice leg scissor as he has the big man down. That's been Tug Taylor for his side. Spike Johnson hasn't tagged in yet. As you can see, Tug trying to reach over there. It's very close. They make the tag. Here comes Spike Johnson. Ooh, this is a big man as he dives in there on Scott Casey. Reaches in, has Casey up. Looks like he may be going for a shoulder breaker, and he does. A shoulder breaker from Spike Johnson on the Cowboy. Spike reaches down, grabs Casey. A knee lift, puts Casey down to the mat. Spike Johnson has got Casey up. What's he going to do with him this time? He throws him into the knee of Tug Taylor as Tug Taylor had that knee over that inside of the rope, and Johnson threw Casey into it. Johnson working around the area of the eyes of Scott Casey now with a snap. Mary pulls him out into the center of the ring. Steve Simpson in the background. He's Scott Casey's partner. He'd like to get in there now to help out the Cowboy. The forearm is clearly up off the throat, as you can see. Good hold there by Spike Johnson. Referee makes Steve Simpson get back into his corner. Casey trying to power out, and down goes Casey. And I believe that Spike Johnson must have had a handful of Scott Casey's hair to get him down. Of course, he did it away from the cameraman, and he also did it away from the referee. But Casey now reaches in, drops him back. Can Casey get all the way across the ring to tag out? Scott Casey's in the wrong corner because Tug Taylor, Spike Johnson's partner, is right there, and both men are punishing Scott Casey. Here comes Casey off the rope. Clothesline knocks down Scott Casey. Here's a count. It's 2 as Steve Simpson starts in. He didn't think Casey was going to be able to kick out. He was going to come in and pull Spike Johnson off of him, but Casey was able to kick out. Casey off the ropes again. He ducks underneath Spike Johnson that time. Comes up with a drop kick. Scott Casey with a drop kick that's over. Tags out to Steve Simpson. Simpson quickly into the ring. In behind with a face lock on Spike Johnson. The Dingo Warrior still to come here today as he'll be going into the ring to meet Zulu Gaddafi. Simpson twisting that arm. Spike Johnson had to go over that time. It was break that arm. Simpson, ooh, he tries to pull the arm out of the socket of the shoulder. Simpson coming over now, dives into the muscle of that left arm as saw the referee counting on Spike Johnson. Spike Johnson keeping those shoulders down, and he may keep him down a little too long because the referee had to count on him, and Spike just barely picked it up. Casey tags in, comes in, diving into that left shoulder of Spike Johnson. Casey has Spike Johnson up, throws him down. Back to the left arm, and the shoulder goes to Cowboy. Here's the count on Spike Johnson at 2. He throws a Cowboy off. Steve Simpson is tagged in. Simpson taken across the ring with it. Whipped by by Tug Taylor, and then Taylor clotheslines him down. Taylor reaching in, has Simpson up on the shoulder for a slam, and he slams him hard. Tug Taylor up on the middle rope, dives with an elbow, and Simpson moved. Simpson comes up with an arm bar, and now it's Tug Taylor down. Scott Casey takes Tug Taylor, slams his head into the turnbuckle. Scott Casey lays one to the side of the jaw. There's another one. A forearm to the back of Casey by Tug Taylor. A reversal by Casey. It's Taylor into the turnbuckle. Casey in over the knee. Casey bulldogs him out of the corner. And Casey tags out. Steve Simpson is going up on the top rope. He dives with a crossbody blocker across the chest of Tug Taylor, and it's all over. Spike Johnson started in, but Casey cut him off. And Steve Simpson gets the pin, and he and Scott Casey win it as they defeat Tug Taylor and Spike Johnson. Here with me is Mike Von Erich. Mike, it's nice to see you today.
That's great to be here. Thank you very much, Steve.
Well, Mike, I've got you here because we're going to be taking and showing the fans a match which was held at the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas a few weeks back. And as you know, and a lot of the fans know, that sometimes when you're in professional wrestling, you have to wrestle your friends. And this is what they're going to see. You got to step in against Brian Adias.
That's right. Brian Adias and my family and I, we've all been close friends for a long time. We went into the ring, as people see in this, we went into the ring for a friendly match, you know, winner. Of course, we were trying to win, but
somebody wants to win, right?
That's right. We weren't trying to hurt each other, just win the match. I went in with that attitude, and I thought Brian did too. But as it turned out, well, the people will see it in the tape itself, you know, that he, it wasn't exactly a friendly match, it turned out.
The thing that gets me about Brian is I know he's been a friend of your family for a long time. He went to school at the Cary and used to hang around when you were just a little tyke and pat you on the head once in a while.
Yeah, that's right. Him and he was a real good friend of Cary's and became a good friend of mine and Kevin's and my brother, my dad, my family. You know, the whole family. Sure. He's a real close friend. He's been our friend since I was born. And
does it make you feel a little funny about people like that when you step in the ring? What did he look like before we pick up the action as he came into the ring?
I was going in for a friendly match, and when he came in, I didn't see it right off. I saw that he was in, I don't know, his attitude was kind of different coming into the ring, but I figured that it was still going to be, you know, I thought he was okay, but as it turned out, he wasn't.
Well, I know sometimes you can't figure out a wrestler when he gets in the ring, and you weren't prepared for what the fans are going to see now.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't prepared in any way at all. If I would have been prepared for a knockdown, drag-out fight, I would have came in expecting that, but I sure wasn't expecting that.
Okay, Mike, stand by as we go now to the Sportatorium in Dallas, Texas, and show you a match where Mike Von Erich was battling it out with Brian Adias, and we'll be back with Mike after this. Let's pick up the action. Our next spot, have a right to be mad. You gave him a chance a couple of times. You could have won as you had him counted out of the ring, but you're not that type of person.
Well, thanks, Steve. That's true. I did help him back into the ring. I didn't want the referee to count us out, but counting him out, I didn't want to win a match that way. And so I went over and I stopped the count, and I went to the ropes. I raised them up, helped Brian back in, and everything seemed fine. And then I started to take a little bit. I started I nearly pinned him a few times, and then he just. I don't know what happened. He just went crazy. He just turned on me and started punching me and hitting me. And like I said,
match you've ever lost.
It's the first match I've ever been pinned in my life. Including my amateur career and including my professional. I've never been pinned in my whole life, and it was really a depressing moment. And I'd just like to say, Adias is not a friend of the family's now. He made that obvious, and. I'm just going to have to take care of him, and I'm going to take care of myself.
Well, I'm sure the way you feel, your brothers feel, and the rest of your family feel.
Yeah, that's the way that the whole family feels.
There's a getting even time, right?
Yeah, right, and I think the fans will be behind me on this, too.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, and I hope I get to see that match when you get to meet Brian Adias again.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it. I will. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after this.
Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion, because it is our time now, Freebird Gordy.
And onto the floor as the Crusher does what he pleases against Dusty Wood. Crusher goes outside, brings Dusty Woods, throws him underneath that bottom rope and back into the ring. Crusher. With a drop kick. 380 pounds up in the air for a drop kick. Here he comes bouncing off the ropes. Oh, the elbow across the chest. Will he pin him this time? Yes, he does. The Crusher pins Dusty Woods. Texas Championship Wrestling. Stay tuned, because when we come back, the Dingo Warrior will be in the ring right after this. Ford Hood at the Abrams Physical Fitness Center on Thursday, December the 4th, 7 p.m. starting time. The World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions Matt Borne and Buzz Sawyer will be stepping in the ring against the Dingo Warrior and Lance Von Erich. Mike Von Erich up against Brian Adias. The Cowboy Scott Casey against Black Bart. Steve Simpson takes on Crusher Yurkov, the TV champion. And you'll see Mr. USA Tony Atlas against Master G. It's all sponsored by the Central Texas chapter of the AUSA. Advance tickets on sale at the Fiddler's Green and Big Chief Tire Company. Well, Crusher Yurkov, you're in the ring to take on Steve Simpson, the man you defeated for that title belt.
That's right. I defeated him. I pinned him. I crushed him because I'm the Crusher. This belt won me $10,000, and I've been enjoying it. Now, the man wants another shot.
He'll get that shot in Fort Hood, Texas on Thursday, December the 4th, 7 p.m. Now the Dingo Warrior makes his way through the crowd here at Gillies, and he's ready to do battle with Tug Taylor. They lock up. Taylor pushing the Dingo Warrior back into the corner. The Dingo Warrior didn't go too far. Dingo Warrior is a powerful man, I'll tell you that, and he pushes Tug Taylor down. Tug's going to complain about the hair, but it's not going to be that way, as it was just the power of the Dingo Warrior putting Tug Taylor down. Dingo with a top wrist lock. Tug Taylor reaches in behind, has the hair of the Dingo Warrior, and pulls him down. Dingo Warrior catches a knee from Tug Taylor. Tug Taylor lays the Dingo Warrior on the ropes. There's a big open hand across the chest and a forearm to the back of the neck and a fist to the midsection. There's another one. The Dingo Warrior coming back with a few punches of his own. I want to tell all you non-profit organizations or civic organizations that are out there listening that World Class Wrestling helps raise funds for your organizations by sponsoring wrestling matches. If you would like to sponsor a wrestling match, World Class Wrestling, for your non-profit organization or civic organization, just call area code 214-484-2165, and they'll be glad to give you all the information. That's area code 214-484-2165. World Class Wrestling. Side headlock by Tug Taylor. Tug with a fist trying to knock the Dingo Warrior silly, but it's not going to phase the Dingo Warrior. As Taylor comes off with a shoulder, the Dingo doesn't move. Here comes Tug Taylor. That's 311 pounds running into the Dingo Warrior. The Dingo Warrior gets him with a hip toss this time. Pretty hard to move that big, powerful Dingo Warrior, as Tug Taylor tried it twice with the shoulder. Couldn't budge him. In behind with a full Nelson now, it's Tug Taylor. Look at the power in the arms. And the Dingo Warrior gets rid of Tug Taylor. Side headlock again by Tug Taylor. Let's see what he can do with the Dingo Warrior this time. Very plainly, you see that fist going to the top of the head of the Dingo Warrior. There's a forearm and another forearm to the back of the Dingo Warrior. A knee lift. The Dingo Warrior drops down to one knee. The Dingo Warrior comes up swinging. The Dingo Warrior laying him into Tug Taylor. Taylor goes to the eyes. The head of Tug Taylor slammed into the turnbuckle. The Dingo Warrior throws him in there again. The Dingo Warrior reaches in. He has 311 pounds. Throws him down. The Dingo War coming off the ropes. There you saw the sledgehammer. It's 1, 2, 3. And the sledgehammer of the Dingo Warrior wins it. Here as he defeats Doug Taylor. Stay tuned because our main event, 6-man tag team action with Percy Pringle's Dynasty going against Mike and Lance Von Erich and Manuel.
TV time remaining. Introducing first in the blue corner, the Pringle Dynasty. Seconded by their manager, Percy Pringle III. First from California, weighing 280 pounds, Master G. His partners are the reigning world-class championship wrestling world tag team champions. From Portland, Oregon, weighing 260 pounds, Maniac Matt Borne. His partner from St. Petersburg, Florida, weighing 250 pounds, the Mad Dog, Buzz Sawyer. Their opponents tonight in the red corner, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 211 pounds, Manuel Villalobos. His partners are 2/3 of the World 6-Man Tag Team Championship. From Dallas, Texas, weighing 250 pounds, Lance Von Erich. His partner from Denton County, Texas, weighing 225 pounds, Mike Von Erich.
This our main event, 6-man tag team action at its best, as Lance and Mike Von Erich and Manuel Villalobos against Percy Pringle's Dynasty. The excitement is right here. You don't want to go away. There's the bell. Let's see who's going to start. It looks like the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer wants to take the opening shots for his team, and he's going to do it against Mike Von Erich. So it's Mike Von Erich and Buzz Sawyer. And Buzz Sawyer comes over, pushes Lance Von Erich. And Lance decides, I don't need any of that. I'm going to right back in, but the referee's not going to start the match until Lance gets out of the ring. Okay, and Mike decides, well, let Lance start. So Lance Von Erich gets taken down by Buzz Sawyer, and Sawyer's right up on the back of Lance Von Erich. He's rubbing that forearm across that face, and here comes Lance Von Erich up with a hammerlock. Lance Von Erich, big chop from Buzz Sawyer, but Von Erich holds on, but Buzz Sawyer kicks him, and Von Erich, this is Lance still holding on. Caught with Buzz Sawyer, and an arm drag takes him down. Well, Buzz Sawyer thought he had it all figured out, had things going his way, but it didn't last that long. Now he grabs the hair of Lance Von Erich, puts him on the rope, and Von Erich continues to hold on to that arm, and he pulls Buzz Sawyer, the Mad Dog, out. To the eyes goes the Mad Dog, and the Mad Dog tags out. In comes the Maniac. The Maniac gets hooked by that arm and taken down by Lance Von Erich. And now it's a little riding time from Matt Borne as he's up on the back of Lance Von Erich. Trying to hook him with that sugar hold.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Ask him now, referee.
It's Matt Borne in behind, but here comes Lance Von Erich out with a hammerlock. Here comes a scissor of the leg by Lance Von Erich, puts Matt Borne down. Borne grabs the hair. The referee, Rick Hazard, is right there. He makes him get the hand out of the hair. Here's a tag now as Master G gets taken down with an arm drag. Another arm drag. And now a head scissor, but Master G comes off the head scissors and comes with an uppercut forearm. Slam from Master G on Lance Von Erich. So all three of Percy Pringle's men have been in the ring, but it's only been Lance Von Erich for his team. And he is taking a pounding. They're on the ropes. There's a knee from Lance Von Erich, and now he whips Master G across the ring. Master G knocks him down with a shoulder tackle. Over the top goes Master G. Oh, nice cut as Lance Von Erich got him. Lance Von Erich right back to the arm. Master G is down. Now Lance Von Erich makes the tag. In comes Mike Von Erich. An elbow into the shoulder. Master G. Remember, it's Lance Von Erich, Mike Von Erich, and Kevin Von Erich. The six-man World Tag Team Champions. And they'll be defending those titles at Gillies Arena in Pasadena on the 28th of November. In behind goes Mike. He tries to snatch him down. He does. Nope. Didn't get the shoulders down. Mike Von Erich with a kick as he has Matt Borne in. Now he takes him all the way across the ring. Here comes Mike Von Erich in for a monkey flip, and he gets him out of the corner. Now Mike Von Erich with an arm bar and a twist in it. Another twist. Matt Borne's arm all tied up, and now it's Matt Borne dropping down. A nice leg scissor takes Mike Von Erich down. Matt Borne is tagged out to the Mad Dog, and the Mad Dog slams the head of Mike Von Erich into the mat. Takes him over now, slams him into the turnbuckle. Oh, the Mad Dog is going wild. The Mad Dog fighting Mike Von Erich as he has him in the corner. The Mad Dog ties up the arm, toes him, forearm across the chest. Now he takes Mike Von Erich, whips him into the turnbuckle across the way. Mike moves! Mike Von Erich just getting out of the way of the flying Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer, and at Sawyer's shoulder going into the steel ring pose. Mike Von Erich tags out. In comes Manuel Villalobos. This is our television main event. Oh, shit. Sawyer holding that wrist. Villalobos back to the arm. Villalobos locks it up. Oh, Sawyer slaps him again. Villalobos being grabbed by the hair and back into the ropes. Whipped off by the Mad Dog. Over the top went Manuel. Over the top goes the Mad Dog. The Mad Dog drops down. Villalobos over the top. The ropes. Sawyer down and over the top again. Boy, that action. Villalobos went in behind. Rolls him up. 1, 2, and the Mad Dog pushes him off. Oh, excitement with the Mad Dog, Buzz Sawyer, and Manuel Villalobos. Matt Borne is tagged in now. Manuel Villalobos stays in the ring. Borne comes in with a knee, and another one. Borne takes him down. Borne flips him into Master G. Here comes Master G. He is tagged in. As Villalobos high in air, slams him to the mat. Villalobos grabbed by Master G and his head thrown into the turnbuckle. Master G for a suplex has him way high in air and drops him down. The count on Manuel Villalobos. He kicks out at 2. Buzz Sawyer now is tagged in. Matt Borne holding Manuel Villalobos. Buzz Sawyer was pounding on him. Villalobos trying to knock Sawyer off. There's Mama's pride and joy. Percival Pringle III. It's Matt Borne outside the ring with Master G inside the ring doing the damage to Manuel Villalobos as the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Sawyer has Villalobos up. Oh, he drops him across that knee with a backbreaker. It could be all over. It isn't, though, as Villalobos somehow had enough left. Pick up the shoulder. There's the tag. In comes Matt Borne. Well, they have kept Manuel Villalobos in there as they've been punishing him. And Von Erich Erich's unable to tag in as they are Manuel's partner, as Matt Borne now has Manuel Villalobos down. Here's the count at 1. Villalobos gets out from underneath the Maniac. Here comes Villalobos to the legs of Matt Borne. He tags out, and it's Lance Von Erich coming in. Lance Von Erich whips Matt Borne into the ropes. Von Erich gets that shoulder in and throws Matt Borne over. Borne with the side suplex. Oh, what a wild action, and this is what you would expect in this six-man tag team match. Big open head shot by Sawyer. And the elbow to the back of the neck. Buzz Sawyer is 100% business when he's in that ring, I can tell you that. You can hear the crowd yelling, "Go, Lance, go! Go, Lance, go!" Forearms by Matt Borne, knocking Lance Von Erich back. Did he make the tag? Yes, he makes the tag out to Manuel Villalobos. Mike Von Erich tried to reach in there and get the tag. He couldn't get. There's a drop kick by Villalobos. Another drop kick by Villalobos. Matt Borne comes back after Manuel. Now, it looks like all 6 men are going to get into the action. All 6 men in the ring. Referee Rick Hazard tried to square things around. Sawyer, oh, what a power driver he put on Manuel Villalobos. Here comes Borne in with the elbow, and Matt Borne is going to get the victory, but it was Buzz Sawyer, the Maniac, with that power driver doing the damage, and it's Percy Pringle's Dynasty winning it over Manuel Villalobos and Mike and Lance Von Erich. Stay tuned because there's more to come right after this. Fitness Center, Thursday, December the 4th, 7 p.m. starting time. You'll see Mr. USA Tony Atlas in the ring against Master G. Steve Simpson up against Crusher Yurkov. Mike Von Erich takes on Brian Adias, the World Tag Team Champions. Matt Borne and Buzz Sawyer in a big main event against the Dingo Warrior and Lance Von Erich. Advance tickets on sale to Fiddler's Green, the Big Chief Tire Company, and Modern TV and Appliance, and the First National Bank. It's all sponsored by the Central Texas chapter of the AUSA. Also that night, Scott Casey will be there to battle it out with Black Bart.
You know, Bart, I've been to 3 World's Fairs and an all-night cow chip throwing contest, but I ain't never seen a cowboy to resort to doing what you did, using your branding iron on me. Now, come on, big man. If you want to get out and kick in the mud and the bud and the beer, I can do it with you. If you want to get out and get dirty, we can do it. It's going to happen right there at the Abrams Center. I'll be waiting for you right there in that ring.
That's Fort Hood, Texas on December the 4th. We'll see you there. What a 6-man tag team match that was, with Buzz Sawyer really putting that power driver on Manuel Villalobos to wrap up the victory for the Pringle Dynasty. The action will continue here next week on Texas Championship Wrestling from Gilley's in Pasadena. You'll be seeing the Grappler and Tug Taylor teaming up in a tag match to take on Lance and Mike Von Erich. Master G